Hello, everyone. It is Amanda Tento from TDM Marketing and the Determined Mom Show, and I wanted to pop in and share with you something that's going to happen every Monday at 12:30 Eastern, every Monday for the months of January and February. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just kind of either Google someone's business or I do have some guests lined up for the next 2 weeks on the, I think, 10th and then on the 17th. So very excited about that. And if you would like to be a guest, just shoot me an email at info@thedeterminedmom.com and I will get you set up with the link for the guest form. You can also book a private session if you are interested in doing that. And if you're not wanting to put all of your marketing stuff out there, you can definitely book with me privately. And that is that link is in the chats there in the chat as well. So you should be able to access that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started on showing you what's going on with some marketing. And the whole goal of this is just to make you aware that there are a lot of assets to your marketing. And if they're not all properly connected or working, you may be losing customers. So that is the main goal that we're going to go over today. So I'm going to share my screen, and the thing that I'm focusing on today is going to be eyebrow microblading in Philadelphia. So we're going to look at a few different businesses and evaluate their kind of footprint of, marketing and technology. So the first one is the top ranking one, and you can see easily why they are ranking number one is because they have 469 reviews. So everybody is using great keywords in their reviews, eyebrows microbladed, eyebrows microbladed, eyebrows microbladed. So their customers get it. They know when they're leaving reviews that this is what they should be doing to help this particular company. So, and that's something that you can talk to your clients about and talk to your, employees about and make sure that they understand that that will help as well. So waiting for this one to load. So their load time is a little slow on their website. We can already see that. So that took quite a while to load. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up in the background a site speed report while we're doing the rest of the audit on here. Okay. So the first thing that is glaring out to me is that you can tell that this is a Squarespace site. They have not changed their favicon. So it basically looks like any other Squarespace site. Anybody that is a web designer will know exactly what that means. And it also is a missed opportunity to feature their brand or their logo on their website by having their own favicon. And if you're wondering what the favicon is, it is this little tiny circular, sometimes square icon here that allows you to kind of feature, your logo of your website. You can see right here, GT Metrics has theirs right here. And actually their website isn't that slow, which is good. So doing good there. So it loaded in about 1.5 seconds. So maybe it's just my computer and the video that is slow right now. So that's good. So let's go ahead. The second thing that I don't see is any way to contact them right up here. So I want to be able to book an appointment. I want to be able to call them or send an email or some sort of contact without even having to scroll. So the only thing that I can really do is click on a link, and that's not really going to help me because it's going to literally bring me right back to this page. The other thing that I can do is to view their portfolio, which is good. Oh, actually, interesting. So when I do that, now a whole menu comes up. So apparently they have, the menu is not on their home page. It's on their homepage behind the logo, which is not going to work. But you can see I don't have anything but the contact us button. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. So it says, please read FAQs before emailing questions. Most questions are already answered on this site. They have a Gmail email for their email. And I think that that's something that's really important as a professional business, to have your own domain email. If you have a website, then you already have a domain. And so there's no reason that you shouldn't be using your domain for your email. So this is another thing that I would definitely change as soon as possible. Scrolling down to the bottom, we have, again, the same email. There's no phone number that is listed, so no one can just call this business and ask a question, which I find that to be a little prohibitive of, gaining clients. They do have a lot of different services, which is great. They have their FAQs, policies, before and after. All of that is awesome. Their booking button that now shows up. Okay, let's see if it loads here. Okay, so they have one in New Jersey and one in Philly. So we're gonna go ahead and select that. Okay, so it looks like the booking thing is working. I'm not gonna book an appointment because it's too far away. But just that is basically the overview. The other thing that I'm not seeing is I don't see any linking to their social media pages. Let's see. This is Instagram, but there's no way for a client to know that that's their Instagram unless they were to hover on and see that that's where the link is going to go. So that is another thing that's happening right now, is when I click on that, it is actually giving, interesting, it's actually opening the link in the same exact window. So that client is going to have to go back in order to go to their website, and they might lose it and then they'll have to find it all over again. So the one thing that I always suggest is to open a window in a new target. So that will help all customers to be able to open your website without having to lose your website, or open any links on your website without having to lose your website. So here is, I'm going to follow them. Here is their link or Instagram page. Let's go ahead and look at their page. Got a lot of followers. They're not following too many people, which is great. They have their website on here. Again, there's no phone number. And I think it would be really helpful for them to have a phone number. I'm assuming with a big staff like that, that they have to have someone to staff their front desk. It looks like they do have a phone number on Google My Business, so I'm not sure why they wouldn't have that. Yep, they do, on their website. So that is a big miss for them, because people are not able to easily contact them from their website. So this is kind of a basic overview of their business and how everything is linking together. So the main things that could be fixed on this website are the Favicon, having a phone number on their website, having that phone number linked, having a professional email, and then also having any social media links on their website as well. So then that way people can find them and see their work a little easier. Let's go on to the Browtique Philly. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. They do have a phone number. They do have their website here. They have some services on their Google My Business page, which is great. This is funny. The location was great and the setup was great. The music was great. So interesting that Google is pulling service and music out for the reviews here, as eyebrow microblading Philadelphia. So very interesting. So let me close out these tabs. So very visually appealing website, and there is a ombre brow course coming up, which is great that they have that on there. It means that they actually care about their website. They're keeping it up to date. So that is great as well. I don't see a phone number or anywhere above the fold to contact them. So that is something that I would definitely recommend that they do. And again, there's no favicon here that represents their branding or their business. Scrolling down, we have all of that. They have the branding, they have booking. So here, I think that's a phone number, but the way it's formatted, it's very hard to tell. It is a phone number. That's a Philadelphia area code. So there's no clickable phone number here, which anytime you put a phone number on your website, if you make it clickable, that means that someone can just click it from the mobile and go right to it. So that's an awesome way to do things. And then they have get directions, which is great. That just leads them right back to their Google Maps. They do have their, it looks like, let me just go ahead and open these bad boys here and see if they actually lead to their social media. And I don't see an email for them on here. So there's no email listed. So if someone had a question, they would not be able to contact them. However, hopefully they could contact them through, their website or phone number or something. That would be great. Oh, there's an email for them. Again, going back to the professionalism of having a domain email versus a Gmail email. You own the domain. You should be able to, easily set that up. If you don't know how, just contact someone. It's very, very easy. It can be done in 15 minutes. So very easy to do. Let's see. So they do post a lot on their social, which is great. That is awesome. They only have one review on Facebook, and let's check on, they have 44 reviews on Google, which it's not really that great. You can see there's a lot of other people that have more. So the more that they get, they'll probably be able to get to this number 1 spot. And you may be wondering, if they're in the number 2 spot, why would they need to be in the number 1 spot? The reason that you always want to try to be in the number 1 spot on Google is because 33% of the clicks are going to go to that first spot. Then only 14% are going to go to the second spot. And then only 7% of the clicks are going to go to this third spot here. So if you're not up here, or you're going to get less and less clicks each notch you are down on the list. So the Facebook is good. That is their Pinterest. So that's good. And this is their, this is their Instagram. So that is good as well. And looks good. It's a very visual page. And let me go back to here and see if it has picked up. Yep. So this is something that I highly recommend for everyone, and that is to keep your name the same everywhere. You can see that their name is very unique. It's called the Browtique Philly. And the fact that they have that on their website, they have it as their domain, they also have it as their username on Instagram, that allows Google to pick up those pages. So if your name is not the same on Google as it is on Instagram and Facebook for your business, it is not going to find these, and it's not going to automatically display them. That's something that you can't control from the back end of your listing. So very cool. Good job. And we're going to move on now to the third one here on the list, and that's Birds of Prey, Artistry, and Aesthetics. So let me go ahead and open this link. We're going to close this, and we're going to check out the website. And I did not do a GT metrics report on the last one, so we'll do it on this one. I forgot. Okay. So it's still loading, even though, yeah, that's why. So they have a video in the background, and that's going to just slow it down a little bit. We'll see what the report comes up with, but having a video like that, although it's very appealing, it does slow down the website quite a bit. So at least we have a Favicon. Yay, that's very exciting. I love seeing Favicons because it helps to just continue your branding and those kind of things. So we do have a book button here. We have services, we have training. This is all good. We have the contact up here. I am not seeing a phone number or email up here, so then that way they can easily be reached. I'm going to have to do another click to get to the phone number, and the phone number is not clickable. So I would definitely recommend that they make this phone number clickable. So that way, if I was on my mobile phone, or if you noticed on other people's links, I can actually call from my phone when I click the phone number, because I have that set up on my phone. So I can literally call right now from my phone just by clicking that link. If that was done on their website, then you would be able to call them easily from anywhere. So they get a B for performance, so that's pretty good. Their speed is not horrible, especially considering they have that video in the background. So that's great. And okay, so they have their address here. That's great. They have the map. One thing that I would recommend is just like the other, the Browtique Philadelphia had, if you can link this to your actual Google Maps listing, then that way people can just click on it and it'll open you up on their phone, because most likely people are going to be on their phone looking at your website. So let's go ahead and see. They have all of these things here, which is great. The price list is easy to find. Products, treatments, training, artists, all of those things are great to have. Very, very handy. So I'm going to go down here and see what we have going on down here in the footer. So they do have a call. Ooh, this one actually links to the phone number. So that's great. So if someone were to click this call us, then it would pop up, which is amazing. That's what you want. And then let's go ahead and click on the Instagram and on the Facebook and check those out. I'm going to go back here and see if theirs are linked, which their Facebook is. So there's something about their Instagram that Google is not picking up that it is there. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. Let's see. Birds of Prey, Artistry and Aesthetics. Okay, so that's why. So their Instagram name is Birds of Prey Aesthetics, and so they're missing the Artistry in here. If they had that, I do believe that Google would pick that up. You can see here that they do have Birds of Prey, Artistry and Aesthetics, so it's named exactly the same. So that is awesome. And we're going to go down here, and they have their phone number. It's correct. And they have their website. And they do have their Instagram link. This is another thing that people don't realize that you can do, and that is to put your Instagram link right here. And then that way, anybody that's visiting your Facebook page can find your Instagram. I always highly recommend putting, if you don't have everything on your website, make sure that you're putting like a link tree or something like that. I use URL bio, but there's so many different services that you can use to just create one link that has links to absolutely everything for your business. So makes it a lot easier. They don't have their address listed, which I think that's something that is really easy for people to find you if you have your address listed on your Instagram. They do have great before and afters and lots of pictures. They have a good following, and they are following some people. So I love that they have their services easily listed out here. It makes it so much easier to read. So it's not just a whole bunch of words running together. So let's go back here. And I think that's all for this one for the most part. I think they did a great job on the website. It looks beautiful. And especially when you consider that that video is there in the background, and it just makes it look really nice. So, all right. So I am done for today, and I will be joining you, or you can join me, I should say. I will be doing this every Monday at 12:30 Eastern. So you can join me next Monday on the 10th of January, which I can't believe. Happy New Year, everyone. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and comment replay and let me know what your thoughts are. Just some, insights into things that could be missing in that marketing technology webbing that needs to be happening. So I will put a link in. Actually, let me do that right now. I'm going to put a link to, I'm going to stop my sharing. I'm going to put a link in case you are interested in participating in one of these audits. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the comments, and then I will see you next week. Have a great week.